Good night, my darlings, and welcome to another Fearless Friday. So, tonight, joining me is quite an awesome human. You're awesome. You're awesome. So, I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Thank you.
This
Thank
gentleman,
you.
this gentleman joining us this evening is going to tell us a bit of how we're going to stay fit, stay healthy, and the importance of it. And so I am so excited to have him join us tonight and for him to share his thoughts, his experience, his advice, more importantly, on how to stay healthy, to live better and happier lives. So let's get protocol out of the way first, as we always do. Let us pray. Most gracious and everlasting Father, we thank you for this another opportunity where we can come together and give you praise and give you glory. We present this live to you tonight, God. We present everything that's connected to it, every person. We pray, oh God, that everything that would be said and done would be to the honor and glory of your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen,
So
amen, amen.
listen, y'all. Let me just tell you just a little bit about this human that's joining us tonight. And so having a strong body and mindset is what drives Mr. Corey Bullard to get results as a fitness trainer. This entrepreneur is the owner of the Bull Fitness Bootcamp, a business that caters to fitness and wellness to those in need to get physically fit. A certified premier for more than 15 years, this professional coach caters to his clients with enthusiastic passion and focused demeanor to get them results. His mantra in fitness is coaching and life is simple. Help me welcome to Fearless Friday, y'all. Coach Corey Bullard. And the crowd goes wild.
Good night, good night, good night, Tamika.
Welcome, Sarah.
Good night, Bahamas. Thanks for having me, Tamika. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Good night, everybody. Good
So
night, Bahamas.
awesome. So, Coach, tell us a little bit more in detail because the summary just gives just a notch of
Well,
who you are, what you do, and how you can help us.
like Tamika said, my name is Coach Corey Bullitt. I've been in fitness for about 25 years now, about 15 years professionally. Um, I'm a certified personal trainer and strength and conditioning coach. I am certified in sports nutrition and hydration and nutrition in general. And I run a couple of boot camps. I also work outside of Empire Fitness Gym in the Seagate Plaza. And I also do mobile and personal training. So I'm a some people call me a health guru, but that's what it is for me. Health and fitness. Health and fitness. So that's
Awesome.
what I do. I've dedicated um, roughly half of my life to fitness and well-being.
Awesome. So, Coach, in this time, with this pandemic upon us, from March to now, a lot of persons have been home. And like me, and I'm guilty of it, of the binge eating. And, we kind of put on an extra half a pound here, one little quarter pound there, you know. So, can you tell us how are some of the ways we can still be at home, but yet still, take care of ourselves?
Well, yeah, this pandemic has really put a damper, so to speak, on people's lives, especially physically and mentally. But ways of exercising at home is, well, most people, or I shouldn't say most, but a lot of people have weights at home. So you can really use your weights, but most people don't. So what I advise people to do is use their yards. You can do exercises in your yards, like you can run, you can walk, and you could do stuff like walking lunges, push-ups, and the like. So this is the time to really take advantage of your yards. And if you have stairs too, you can walk up and down the stairs, run up and down the stairs, and that's how you're going to keep busy and keep active. And At home, in the house itself, well, depends on the size of your house. You can make way in the living room, and you can do stuff like, again, push-ups, tricep dips, stationary lunges, and the like. And also, a good house cleaning is also good to get
Well, that's
your heart.
mine.
Yeah, thorough house cleaning though. So it's stuff you can do. You can use heavy books to do, curls and presses and the like. 5 gallon bottles, um, gallon bottles. So it's a couple of things you can use. Heavy cans with soups and the like. So it's a couple of things you can use if you don't have any weights or anything at home. But
Good stuff.
what I would advise people to do is though there's so much stuff available online now, and even at some local stores like Fitness Connection and the Sports Center and the like. You can buy yourself a jump rope, which is very affordable, and you can
Mm-hmm.
buy resistant bands, which can be put around furniture or anything that's sort of sturdy, and you
Okay.
can do things like that. So that's about the most affordable, common things you can get, and you can really at least maintain your heart rate and the like. So stuff you can do, stuff you can do,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Good stuff. So let's talk health wise now because, why is healthy so expensive? Like, when you think about just eating healthy compared to eating, just getting a quick fast food, the comparison, I mean, in the long run, healthy is still better for you. But what are some of the things that's going to help me stay motivated to stay healthy, stay fit? Now, I've watched some of your videos, and you ain't easy. You rough, babe. You rough.
Well,
Hey, but I like your method because you get the job done and you're interactive with it. So you're not just telling me, you right there on the side and you just, you get it done with me, you
yeah,
know?
I work with it well. Correct, correct. Have to. Well, there's a myth about the inexpensiveness of fast food. If you truth be told, if you go to Kentucky or Wendy's or any of those fast food joints, what you pay for the quality of food you get is only like a couple of dollars off the so-called expensive healthy food. But I think the real reason is the food is quicker and people don't want to cook. I
So
think
you
that's the
say me
real
lazy. That's what you're saying? You say me lazy?
that's a big part of it because it's not like the fast food is way cheaper like back in the day because they're not, and that's the truth.
It
So
is.
I think people use fast food for more of convenience and use the price as an excuse because
Yeah.
if you pay
Right.
if you're paying $8 for a number one, you put $2 more with that, you could buy some chicken breasts and eat for 2 days or 3 days. So, but the thing is, you have to prepare it, and I think that's the thing. The fast food is just that, the fast food is not cheap food anymore like it used to be, and that's a fact because I see the prices. I rarely eat fast food. If I want to spike my metabolism a little bit or cheat here and there, but other than that, it's cooked food for me, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. Food is cooked food.
And it's so important because even nowadays with the fast food and versus the cooked food, by the time you eat a fast food, give yourself what about a half an hour, 45 minutes, you hungry again, man.
Yeah,
So it's cheap you just spend the money and just, get something from the food
and
store that's gonna,
uh,
really pull you and stick
mhm.
to the wall so your stomach, man.
Well, the thing it is though, um, that's that's the whole design. That's the whole plot is for you to keep coming back. You see, and it's so unfortunate, but it's really a business with people's health these days.
Boy.
You know, and a lot of people don't want to talk about it and don't want to expose it, but that's what it is. And these food giants and pharmaceutical giants, they making a killing literally of giving people you know, half hip um, goods, whether it be vitamins and minerals or
Hmm.
whether it be fast food. And that's the sad part about it. But like I said, I'm definitely thinking it's the convenience or the quickness of would make these fast food restaurants have this type of business, and people simply don't cook. I mean, Bahamians have become so complacent and lazy lately in the last 10, 15 years, and that's just the truth.
Yeah.
I call it we're the remote control generation. We're number one in obesity in the Caribbean in this region, and we're number 5 or 6 in the world in obesity, with the United States being number one, and that's crazy. One of the reasons, and probably the main reason that COVID has taken us by storm so much is because we of our obesity. That's why it did it to the U.S. And with the high blood pressure and the diabetes and the
Yes.
strokes and all those
Yes.
underlying conditions, that's where COVID really gets you. With me, when I train my people in my groups and all that, I have my thermometer and sanitizer and the like, and we just, everybody is fine. No one has been sick in my
So
groups, and I have over 100 clients. So it's just the way you take care of yourself. And this COVID has just exposed what's been happening for years now. Unfortunately, the chicken has come home to roost this year, and it's showing big time. But what I've seen and what I hope to see much more of is that it scares us, so to speak, to really exercise, because if you one of the things that builds up your immune system the most is consistent, vigorous exercise and training. And of course, that's one of the main weapons of COVID. It attacks your immune system. So the weaker your immune system is, the worse off you are. The stronger it is, the better off you are. And that's what it is.
yeah.
So hopefully now the Bahamian people are getting it, that they
Yes.
really need exercise. It's paramount now. It's always been important, but it's just come to light more
Hitting
now.
home now. It's really hitting home.
Correct.
And so I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you. Correct. Go ahead.
Okay. So let's talk about health wise now because, you know, for persons that, like you mentioned, we are number one in the Caribbean for obesity. And
Correct.
so
Correct.
when you think about that, like that's just I don't know if persons watching if it's a reality check or a light bulb went off. But for me, when you said that, I was like, and so thinking about it now, how can I now say I want to live better, right? At the same time, you can't make up your mind to say, all right, I can get this done and I can do this. We listen, just like when the new year comes in, everybody has a goal. Oh, for the new year, I can do this and I can do this and I can
Resolution.
do it. But it's the motivation behind it. For someone like me who does not exercise, and I tell you no lie, Coach Corey, me and eating healthy is we just date every now and again. I'm not lied to you. I'm not lied to you. We date every now and again. We have an understanding, right? But as as a 40-year-old chica, I need to now take these things in hand because you know as I get older, I may not be as cute as I am now, you know, and so I
Right.
need to take better care because I would love to still be around to take care of my girls, my younger girls, 7 and 4.
Well, that's true. That's true, Tamika. The thing it is now, when you see that number turns to 4, for both men and women, that your metabolism really starts to slow down until like And when you reach about 35, when you see you hit your 40s, that's when it really, really slows down. So that's when, you health wise, your life literally changes. So you got to be careful. What I've seen now, more and more people are walking now, thank God. And vigorous walking really helps. So that's what anyone could start with. As long as you can walk, you can start with that. But what I
So what do you
recommend people
call vigorous walking? Just walking at a fast pace and
at a fast pace and maybe with small weights or some resistant bands or for distance. You guess you shouldn't just walk around your block, especially if you're really, uh, uh, for lack of a better term, a healthy person and don't have no major issues. You walk as fast as you can and you walk as far as you can, so you get the most out of it. It's simple. The formula is very simple. And
okay.
as far as eating, I do more consultations now because you know um, cooked food is where it's at. People think cooked food is the wrong thing, and they blame the rice and stuff like that. But cooked food has nutrients. Fast food doesn't. So what happened is I find that most people they eat cooked food, but then they eat a bunch of fast food on top of it and blame the cooked food. You
No.
see? hmm So if
So
you
with
if
that
a person,
being said, I'm sorry not to cut you off. Shane has a question. What are some quick meal plans for each day? That's a good question because if you could have um, something pre-set up every day that you can kind of stick by, that you could eventually fall into being a habit, then that's a good start of maintaining.
well,
So what do you?
simple. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to ask, what are your advice on that?
Well, when you talk about quick meals, let me tell you what to stay away from first. You stay away from fried foods. Try your hardest to stay away from anything
Why,
fried
man?
because the oils in fried food clogs your arteries and gives you high blood pressure and the like. That's why.
So good.
Stay away from sweets as much as possible. But quick meals, you can make basmati or long grain rice or jasmine rice with veg and canned salmon or a piece of baked chicken or steam, but not it's more like smothered, not the steam with a bunch of oil. So
Okay,
that's
I got you.
that's quick meals. That's quick meals you can make every day. And make sure you use your onions and your bell peppers and normal spices. No MSG, no accent, no GMOs, none of that stuff. Use spices like your sea salt, ground black pepper, cumin, turmeric, lime, um, that type of thing. And that's what you use. And
Okay.
those meals, 20 minutes, rice is good, right? Believe it or not the parboiled rice. Potatoes are good
Nick,
as well.
you killing me, man.
Uh-huh. That's right.
So no problem. So you saying I can have rice, but no parboiled rice?
No, parboiled rice is not good. It stays in your system too long.
Okay. Okay. So I learned that tonight. I learned that. Okay. So Tanya now is saying, how do you stick to a meal plan and change your lifestyle? How do you change your mindset? Like I
Well,
could
what
I
I,
could attest to that, coach, because like let's say for example, I know I have to eat better and exercise, right?
correct.
But listen, I can tell you I can be faithful. How do I change my mindset into not guilt now, but to want to do it continuously? Help my brain.
Well, most people, and when I say most, I talk about like 95% of people cannot do it by themselves. So you really need a partner or partners, probably a coach or trainer like myself, and I can encourage you and train you. And maybe if you want to join my boot camp or a boot camp where you have a grouping. So that's how you get help. And I'm gonna be honest with you, most people cannot do it by themselves. That's why it's so hard. It's it's really not easy to do without some coaching and helping. It's really hard to do by yourself. So I would give most people the advice to find a trainer or coach
Uh-huh.
and get help that way, at least for starters, so you can get educated about it and get
Yeah.
a boost. And that's how you do it. Because to do it by yourself, and I say this from experience of every week, explaining this to people and helping people, etc., etc. If you go to my website or my Facebook or Instagram page, you'll see some of my success stories there. But like I said, you need most people need professional help. It's really that simple.
Yeah. Yeah. The motivation part of it, and the camaraderie is what'll keep you. That I totally agree with. I totally agree with. And on that, on the screen is his sessions. It's $10 per session, $30 for the week, Monday through Thursday at Fox Hill North, um,
Correct.
from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. And it's an hour-long session. So if you're
Yeah.
interested, you can just reach out to him and listen. He'll get you together. He can certainly do that. So, Coach,
Go ahead.
I know that you are certified in a few nutritional certification in regards to training
Yes.
and fitness as well. Um,
Yes.
we touched on the diabetes and the hypertension. So, what are some of the foods that are good that we can eat to lower these, or eventually um, get rid of it completely? You know.
Well, it's been my experience with clients of mine is, it depends on a lot of spices you eat. Like spices, if you cook with spices like cinnamon, um, turmeric, cumin, you use lime, you use ground black pepper, and that sea salt that really lowers your cholesterol. It lowers your high blood pressure, and also it's good for your sugar levels as well. And ginger is also really good. Uh, Pineapples are good. So
Mm,
that's like 6 or 7 good spices you can use. The key is to stay away from the junk food, man. The junk food is what really gets us, the DQ and the chips and the sodas and the like. That's the killers there, man. You see? But also what's very important is vigorous regular exercise. That regulates your blood pressure like nothing else. And that's very important. I can't stress that enough. So
yeah.
that exercise is key. It lowers pressure, blood sugar, uh, stress, you name it. You name it. It's good for the blood. It's good for the muscles, the bones, the tendons, the heart. I mean, it's boundless benefits in training. And that's my main thing. You have to train. You have to train. You have to train.
So
Uh, Go ahead.
so from I okay, so men and women metabolism are completely different. So
Correct.
as a woman, you know, what are some of the key areas that, because our issue is the little pouch right here.
And the
That's
legs and
our
the hip.
main
Correct.
issue, right chop, right top. And
Well, go ahead.
sometimes we tend to use like the home remedies of the apple cider vinegar and water that can cut the fat. Um, and may not go walking here and there, but you know, but on a more serious note, really, what are some of the things as especially as an older woman that we can do to instead because like we said earlier, living healthy is really expensive. And so just everyday things around the house that we can kind of use to uh, as an everyday practice and just until you can get what you can get when you can get it, and at the same time too, um, still be motivated. See, that's the thing right there is motivation. Like you said, we can get persons to tag team with us and get it done. What happens when there is no one you would want to be with for a particular time or whatever? How do we say, I'm gonna get this done? And I said all that to say this because I know that you do personal training as well. Now, sometimes a personal training can work better for a person as well as somebody may need additional humans as well as the personal trainer, So when you do your consultation, you sit down with me and you go over um, what, the needs or from your assessment with me, how do you go about that? You know, I hope
Well,
I make sense just now.
yeah, I understood what you're saying. Well, first of all, it's a myth about eating healthy because it's not as expensive as people think. Chicken breast and ground turkey and ground steak and stuff like that is only like five, six, $7. You could always knock them up with some vegetables and some white rice. So it's not expensive. That's a myth.
We got to get that out of here. It's not expensive. Stop saying it's expensive.
People say that's
Goes
right.
back to the mindset.
And with the pouch with most women, sometimes it's from um, the kids, and then some women have thyroid issues that they didn't know about. That's the next thing. Then with the C-sections and the like, that's the next thing. And then as you get older, especially you hitting around that 40 and over mark, that just becomes your metabolism becomes sluggish. Women metabolism are already considerably more slower than men because we have more muscle and structure and the like that we burn more. So you have to know what the issue is first. And with
Ah,
that, it's been my experience that only consistent weight training can really cut that area. Because if you just keep walking or doing cardio, you may lose some weight, but you're gonna be flabby, so to speak. And only
okay.
weight training and resistance training can help you with that. You see, so when I train people, I also have a consultation with them and
Mhm.
find out what their goals are, what their medical history is, and
Also
I
important. Yeah.
right, I tailor make every workout to the individual.
Okay. Okay.
You see, so
So, uh-huh.
so group training, obviously people are trained the same, but that's people who are in the same category. Personal training, I'll find out
Mhm.
as we go.
Okay. Okay. I got you. So, what about vitamins now? Do you recommend any particular vitamins that both men and women can take?
Well, I recommend the type of vitamins. Here's what not to take. The vitamins over the counter, the Nature's Bounty, those pharmaceutical ones, which are only like you probably get like 12% of the minerals out of them,
Okay.
and they take long to digest. But I recommend plant-based minerals and vitamins.
Plant plant-based
Yeah,
mineral. Okay.
yeah. There's this brand name now, NOW, and
Uh-huh.
they're sold at Fitness Connection in the Seagate Plaza or on Blake Road. So you can take the plant-based vitamins and minerals. They give you like 98, 99%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So those Nature's Bounty and all them stuff, they look good, but they're nonsense actually. So anything you take, you know, make sure it's plant-based. And for vitamins and minerals, you take a good multivitamin, not one a day or nothing like that. A good plant-based multivitamin. You take your
Okay.
vitamin C. You take your vitamin C. You take your fish oil. You take in this COVID time. You take your zinc. You take your potassium, your magnesium, and you take a good multivitamin.
So if you
So,
can name all of this in one product, what would it be?
well, the
So
thing it is though, there's all of this is not in one product because
uh,
the the, the more you group vitamins together in one tablet,
uh-huh.
the less potent they are. So, in a lot of cases, it's good to take separate stuff, separate vitamins and minerals, so you get that potency, the high potency. You see?
That's a lot.
Yeah, me personally, I take like probably six vitamins a day, six, or more. But that's what it is. If you're not getting it out your food proper, and most people aren't,
This is
um,
true. True.
yeah, and then I lead an active lifestyle as well.
I got it. I got you. I got you.
So like
So
I
now
said, it's just tailor made. You tailor made your to your clients, whatever their needs and goals are.
I got you. I got you. Oh, interesting. Interesting, I say. Well, it's amazing how sometimes because you don't have proper understanding of what it is, you tend to stay away from it or you let fear get the better of you, you know?
That's right.
And so that's like a lot of times what we find ourselves running away from eating healthy, exercising, and it's not until you get a proper understanding as to what it is, how it works, how it can help you benefit, make you better, stronger, and you be like, oh, all right, I could do this. Okay, okay. So, what about older persons now that because here's what I realized in the past. I think it was probably about 2 weeks. I've realized that persons that have had injuries, you know, especially if they were active and they are no longer as active, what sort of exercise or regimen can you advise for persons like them to, still make them feel like they can still do something not as strenuous as they probably used to, but something just to keep them going?
Well, um, people in those categories, you can go with less, more lower impact training. They could do a lot of vigorous walking. They can lift light weights. They could use resistant bands and stuff like that. But also a lot of stretching because as you get older, your body tend to get tighter. Your bones and your joints and your tendons and the like. So a lot of stretching, a lot
Mhm.
of low impact exercises like walking and light weights, light weights. And that's what you do. Like for me personally, I train a lot of people from rehab and a few older persons as well. But I have um, equipment like TRX bands and stuff to deal with that type of training,
Uh,
deal with
okay,
that
okay.
type of need. So that's what you do for older folks. It's more stretching, low impact exercising, um, and light weights and resistant bands and the like. That stretching is very important for them to keep them
Okay.
flexible. Stretching is actually important for everyone, but particularly as you get older, though, it's more
Okay. So what
imperative
kind
than
of stretching we talking about here? Just the upward, downward.
the normal stretch, side bends, up, down, and you don't bounce, you stretch, and when you stretch, you
What do you mean
should
you don't
stretch.
bounce? What do you mean you don't bounce?
Stretching isn't bouncing. When some people stretch, they bounce. You just stretch and let it roll, let it flow. Don't bounce. When you stretch, when you're bouncing, if you're stretching, you're actually putting more tension on the muscle, which is bad.
Oh,
You The idea of stretching is to let the muscle just flow and relax.
okay, okay, okay,
And
okay,
and also the key is to you try to stretch for at least 30 seconds to make sure it's the muscle gets a good workout, so to speak. So as
okay.
you get older, stretching is very, very important.
So a good exercise regimen entails how long per day?
Anywhere from half an hour to an hour. That's right. 30 minutes, 60 minutes is a good solid um, time for a session.
Okay.
Yep.
For somebody like me that's like, whoa, that's a lot. But if if we want to live healthier lives, better lives, um, you just have to do it. Let's let's just do it. Otherwise, either you do it voluntary or you're gonna do it involuntarily. And I prefer to do it voluntary. If something was to happen and I don't have a choice, I would prefer to take the necessary preventative measures and just get it done. Get in the groove of it and make it fun.
Well, what exercise does it keeps it's like a backup plan. Like say, let me give you an example. Like if I'm a person that trains regular
Hmm.
and I train vigorous, I train regular, and you're a person who don't train at all.
Hmm.
If you and I were to get in an accident, chances are because my body is in better shape, I could survive better than you can.
Hmm.
And I think that's what people miss about exercising. They don't understand how important it is, and
Yeah.
they put it off and some people just don't want to do it and they despise exercise, but they don't understand how important it is.
Yeah.
And it's important for everyone, not most people, all people.
Yeah. And see, and that's just it. Once we are properly educated as to the benefits of it, I you know it's more, we're more susceptible to doing it and to take better precaution with it. I have two friends of mine. We've been talking about getting it done. We haven't reached yet, right? But we are talking about it. So that's the starting point. You know,
True,
don't laugh at us.
true,
Don't judge us. Don't you
true.
judge us. But we're making an effort. And sometimes that's all it takes is just to make the effort and get
Well,
it
it's all
done.
about
But for us, yeah, it's just now the consistency of it, and then just figuring out, like, especially for me, because I don't eat a lot of stuff. I eat, but
hmm
I don't eat a lot of stuff. And so now to change my eating habits for the better, I have to sit down and figure out how I get, like, take for example, the only way you can get me to eat broccoli is in a fettuccine. Broccoli and cauliflower and carrot. You put that in a fettuccine. Whoosh. Otherwise, no, sir. No.
Well,
So,
broccoli is good though. Go ahead.
but that's what I'm saying. So now, how do I switch my mind to eat those things outside of in a fettuccine? Or if I get a carrot, I might put a little hot sauce on the carrot, dabble it with a little black pepper. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's how you cook them, and in your case, what you cook them with. Try your favorite meat with it. Okay. Try your
I'm
favorite
trying to
meat,
give
and
it more taste, man, and flavor.
well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And every time you eat a piece of your favorite meat or whatever it is, you eat it with the broccoli or with the carrot together. You see,
Some
and
sort of sweet sauce or a little gravy. Just just
yeah,
saying.
that could work too. But you know, it astounds me how many adults don't like vegetables. That is crazy to me.
But you have to be raw. Our kids better eat them
I
vegetables. You
expect
better
it
eat
from
all.
children. I expect it from children, but adults, I mean, it's,
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Tanya is asking, what is the best non non caffeine fat burner? But I don't know what that means. But you know.
yeah. Well, non. See, now the thing it is now, I don't recommend fat burners to take for people who are not training and working out regularly because fat burners are funny. So I don't recommend them unless it's an extreme case. So I would never recommend something um, online unless I'm training the person and I could see the person and tell them face to face and assess them.
Okay.
So I have to know exactly what the situation is before I recommend a fat burner.
So with these pills that person's just talking about this fat burner business, because you know there are some products that they say you don't need to exercise, but you can take these pills to burn your fat and lose weight and all that stuff. How healthy is that? Just
Not
just
not healthy at all. Anything that's quick fix is not healthy. In 99, well, not 99, all cases, if you, first of all, anytime you put your body in the shock and lose something quick and not the right way, it throws your equilibrium and your health system off, your central nervous system off. So that's not good. And then the weight comes right back on, even worse. So it's not good. I don't recommend shortcuts, period. It's simply not healthy.
I know, right? Okay. Well, you know, the reality is, coach, is that if we want to be healthy and live longer, it's cheaper we just do it the right way, follow the proper guidelines, and just get it done. Because
Correct.
based on what you've taught us tonight, is that the shortcut, quick way in the long run, it ends up to be worse than what we would hope it to be. And so,
Yep. Well, I always tell my clients it's a marathon, not a sprint. And that's the
okay,
truth. And that's the truth of the matter. And I know it's hard work, it's work. And when I deal with my clients, I let them know up front. That's what it is. It's grueling work. It's a marathon, not a sprint. But once you do it the right way, it lasts longer, it stays off. Because what happens is when you toil and you do something the right way, it becomes a part of you.
yeah,
And that's the thing. The key is to make it a lifestyle. People make drinking and smoking and uh, not taking care of their body, they make that a lifestyle. You just gotta flip that and make exercise and eating as best as you can a lifestyle.
this is true. This is true. Awesome, wonderful having this conversation with you, Coach. So tell us how we can get in contact with you, your Facebook, social media pages. Um,
Well, it's a couple of ways. You can my numbers and stuff on the flyer, but you can email me at bullfitnessbootcamp 6869 at gmail.com, or you can look up the website www.bullfitnessbahamas.com, or you can go on Facebook or Instagram at Corey Trainer.
okay,
Corey, yeah, Corey Trainer.
good stuff, good stuff. And so, listen, my humans, I shared a picture of his prices. You can't beat that at $10 a session. Listen, so me
COVID,
and my
COVID prices.
COVID prices. Okay, so the thing is just making up our minds to just get it done, you know. And so I'm calling out my chicas and my chicos. Let's change our mindset and get it done. living healthier for a longer life, um, just for you, and then everything else will fall into place. You will get to see, the fruits of your labor as you continue on. And so tonight, thank you so much, Coach, for sharing with us and and giving us good advice, sound advice, clearing up a lot of truth, and straightening out my brain. I'm almost convinced. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't completely there yet, but I'm getting there. I say, don't judge me.
I shake my head.
I getting there. I get just pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. I getting there.
Well,
But it was
the thing
such
is,
a pleasure having you tonight, sharing your experience, your knowledge, your um, insights on healthy living, the the effects of you know exercising, eating healthy, and just taking proper care of ourselves. And so as we close out, I want to encourage all of the persons that are tuning in to follow you on Instagram, Facebook, check out your website. All of these will be posted in the link, so
Mhm.
that you can reach out to him and have a consultation with him. Sit down, have a conversation with him, and he can better assess you to know how you can go moving forward. And so, thank you so much again, Coach. I appreciate you.
That's just
I
mine.
Me and my girls are gonna we gonna come. We gonna come and I'm gonna bring them with me. They're gonna be my motivation. But I didn't, and I can warn them that it's gonna be a workout.
Well, I mean, if you could, if you how many of you are there?
It's three, four of us.
So I mean, I can come to a location and I can start y'all off like that if you want to.
Yes. Oh, that would be really good. Okay, so we just gotta figure out a common location where all of us can just
Correct.
meet and
Correct.
go from there.
Right, because you and I have equipment, so it's um it's no worries, and that way
Okay.
y'all can start together and no pressure, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Good stuff.
But I
Thank you
just
so
want to
much. Go
the
ahead. Go
pleasure.
ahead.
I just want to tell the Bahamas that listen, folks. You know, one thing this COVID has taught us. It's taught us many things, but it taught us, you know, your health is really precious, and
Saturday.
we have to stop being dependent on medicine and doctors and the like and quick fixes and all that kind of stuff and surgery and all that. We really need to take our health serious, man. And you know, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. And both Fitness Boot Camp is here to help. And we would like to make your life much better and healthier, you know. But it takes you to make the first step,
It does.
and that's what it is.
It does. It really
And
does.
Tamika, you've been a great interviewer. You are so very talented. I appreciate you so much. And you have to take this serious too now. You can't tell people to get in shape and you joking. Yeah, I can call you out. Yeah, whatever. And that's what it is. So, you know. So folks, take your health serious, please.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And yes, I am definitely taking it. I'm
And
definitely going to be taking it more serious.
next week is a good time. Hint, hint.
Okay.
Procrastination.
I know. All right. I'm gonna see you next week. We
I
we
will
can
be
see.
I will be calling you.
I know you will. I know.
All right.
All right. So remember, guys, link him up. touch base with him. Let's get it
Yeah.
together. We can all
My,
meet, like you
my
said.
number's on my number's on the flyer so they can call or WhatsApp or whatever. It's 822 BULL Bull. So very simple.
Good stuff. Well, you heard it from the bull himself,
Email on
and
the
he is
flyer.
already with me. Yes. So we'll post all of those in the link so that you can um, get all of those information and go from there. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Until the
Appreciate
next moment. Thank you, sir. Have a
it.
good
Bye. Good
one.
night. Bye,
Good
Mama.
night. Oh my goodness. You heard it first. Listen, let us get it together and stop procrastinating, like he said. Listen, when it comes to exercise and eating healthy, me, but he didn't call me out, babe. So I have no other choice but to follow his instructions and not only do it for him, but for me. And I'm encouraging you to help me do it for me and for y'all, because I can need y'all help so we can do this together and we can stay fit and look cute for you ladies. You know, you get, listen, I ain't trying to be no old hang down human when I reach like 45, 50 and stuff. Hey, I want to be together. And so I need y'all to be together with me too. Let's keep this going and stop. So anyhow, as I said to you on Tuesday, Live with Tamika has a single coming out. And so I want all of you to stay tuned next week, Friday, because I will officially allow you to hear the song. Listen, it's so nice. And I want to take this moment to shout out Peter Rungs. Listen, this dude has just inspired me, motivated me, and pushed me because I was like, you want me to do what? Listen, you don't know your girl, girl, I will know they. Listen, you say, don't worry about that, sis. Don't worry about that. You got this, you got this. I'm like, okay, but and he just continuously encouraged and pushed and allowed me to, you know, do it. Just get it done, babe. And so at the end of the day, whatever it is that you have to do, just do it. Stop putting it off. You don't put off what you can do today for tomorrow because you don't know if you're going to live to see tomorrow. And so that's just what it is in simple form, simple reality. That's just what it is. So thanks y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate you all. I love you with all the right side of my body. It's tonight. Listen, tonight is just the right side, okay? It's just the right side, but it's a good side. So don't worry about it. So until we meet again, take care and have a beautiful evening. And know that whatever you put your mind to do, you will accomplish it. Have a good evening.